now and press the bell icon. Never miss an update.
Good evening, guys. I hope you have taken rest after attempting this paper. So the paper today was much on the expected lines. But yes, one thing remains unexpected from CLAT, that is their pattern. They changed the pattern every time, and this time also we see a complete new different pattern for CLAT PG. This is something which hadn't been followed for CLAT UG, but now we see that in CLAT PG also it is paragraph based questions, and number of paragraphs has been increased to 24 with 5 question series. But the challenge would what I see the challenge you must have faced in the examination would be that to complete the paper on time. But the level of questions, they were not as difficult as we expected. It was a moderate paper, some were a difficult side, and most of the questions could be attempted just by reading the paragraph. So if you had a good reading skill, you were able to attempt the full paper, so I would say you are on a good edge this time. Just some paragraphs, like for example, jurisprudence, I'll show you right now how they were directly could be answered from a question from reading the paragraph. For example, let's take this first case. So here in this case, it is from administrative law, and it's discussing about the ultra partem Japanese principle of natural justice. So this question can easily be answered just by going through the paragraph. Some additional knowledge is also required, but if you don't know about principle of natural justice, attempt at least 2 to 3 questions from this paragraph. So I would say here this is a more easy question only, not a, or you can take it easy to moderate, but not a difficult one. Okay. Next question is this case. This I would say would be on a moderate to difficult side because you must have a knowledge about promises estoppel. But again, this question was also you can able to answer from reading the paragraph. Very simple questions were asked. For some specific questions for this question number, which of the following landmark decision covering the law on promises estoppel? So here you must know the specific answer. I'm not telling you what answer is marked by this candidate is correct because answer key will be coming soon, and we will also release an answer key. But just I'm telling you this, yes, this question is difficult question. Rest all the questions could be easily answered by the paragraph. Also, this question, yes, this question is directly from the wordings of the paragraph. So when you're reading the paragraph with calmness, you're able to answer. Next question, third paragraph was from Subhash. We had discussed this case in the class. I had myself discussed this case in you, and each and every question that is there in the question was discussed with you. The first question with regard to Nabam Ribe case also discussed you, which was a case which was requested by the petitioners to refer to the larger bench and could decline to refer that case. This was question from directly from the notes. Again, question number 12, we discussed the difference between political party and registered party and how are they defined from which case, and what are the statute provisions that deal with political party and registered party. Again, what was what was the challenge in this case? I also had discussed that also. We had discussed in detail disqualification law and 10th schedule also. So this question is directly from your case, from your notes, from the summaries that we discussed in the class. So a very good question. If you have read the case, this question would be very easy for you. But if you haven't read this case earlier, this question would be a difficult question for you all. I would say this. So it would be a moderate question for I would mark it as. Second case, next case is this Delhi wala case, NCT Delhi was the Union of India. Again, this case also we had discussed in detail in the class. Okay, just to mention that first this case and the Subhashita case, this could not be answered only from the paragraph. You must have some extra knowledge also. So that is why it will be these are the on a difficult side. Again, if we have discussed each and every question over here from the asymmetric federalism, you can answer this question by reading the paragraph. Also, by the reading the paragraph, also could answer the question. Again, question 16 is answerable. 18 also from answerable. I discussed with you to all the 18 judgment, what were the postulates of the judgment, what was held, who gave the leading majority opinion in that case. Everything we had discussed in the class. I'd also discussed you with about some case laws. I told you that these case laws must be important for you when you read about the governor, and also you must have read this case law when you reading anything about section 70, article 75 of the constitution. Okay, so yes, very doable question. If you have read this case, again it was on the moderate side. Next question is something which we have not directly read in the class because it is a very old case they have taken up, but yes, it is also a leading case. So okay, for this case, I would say a direct reading from paragraph will not help you, but you need some extra knowledge about about investigation, about further investigation. But yes, further investigation was something which I had discussed in the class in a 2 3 case laws. Also, I had emphasized that what is important for but you must know all everything related to further investigation. So yes, further investigation is something you can answer do it easily. So this is also moderate question. Okay, so next question is regarding section 300. I discussed in detail in section 300 also. We had discussed defenses over there, defense 298. But here you can easily answer the case if you have easy read, if you know the section 300 and defenses. Easy question it is, not a difficult one. Very straightforward questions they have asked you. Kenan is a very important case, very landmark case, and we had discussed. You must have already read in a law school also. Next comes with the guard. It's a mixed question from evidence and IPC, and yes, it's a doable question. Not simply doable from the paragraph. Yes, but you can drive answers by reading from the paragraph also. But you must know. But here, yes, you must know have the knowledge of the provisions of evidence to answer this question. So it I would say would be on a moderate to difficult side. Okay. Next question. Yes, qualification case. This was also discussed from in the class. So yes, this question is also directly from your notes. An easy case, torts a case है, clubbed with the torts. So if you yes, something this is something about repeatedly हम पढ़ते भी vicarious liability. So it's also on the easier side only, easy to moderate. So this time we have seen that 2 3 questions from the tort also, which was not expected much from the CLAT consortium. Next case is with regard to negligence, again from court, again answerable from the paragraph. 1 2 questions is as such which you must have a proper knowledge. For example, this judgment wala case. Next is yes, precaution environmental law case. Again, this case this full paragraph is questions cannot be done from the paragraph. You must have the knowledge of the specific provision because here the specific provisions are asked, case laws are asked, so you must have the knowledge over here. Next case is international law ka case, not international law of contract wala case is here. Force major frustration. This was a difficult case because iska answer aapko directly from the passage bhi nahi milega. And here the questions you have to derive like upon understanding. If you have you know what is doctrine frustration, you know what is doctrine force major, then you can answer this question. I would say this. We again see there is a question on legal maxim. Next question, again very specifically fact. It is not this is something out of this is a difficult question because this case law is something which we don't read usually for a CLAT exam, for LLM entrance exam, is specifically fact. So yes, those who have been preparing for judiciary, other examination, they could have easily answered. But yes, this is a difficult question. It has been asked because of the bill amendment that has been brought in, and amendment was 17 mein aaya tha. So yes, it is a difficult question, I would say. Next question is this. Okay, this question is an international question, so law question. Here they have given you a case, like the facts of the case, some principles also, and then the question. It is a very good question. I would say it's a very tricky question because आपको principles दे रखे हैं, आपको facts दे रखे हैं, आपको apply करके answer निकालना. So this could have been answered if you don't know the principles of international law. मतलब if you don't know what are the exact provisions, but you must read this paragraph. I would say this was the longest paragraph on the whole paper, and this question will take time because आपको paragraph पढ़ना है अच्छे से, then you have to apply the principles, then you have to answer. So yes, it's a good question and a difficult one. Okay, next also international law question. Easy question tha, would have been easily answered. And very specific questions थे UN को लेके, Security Council को लेके, this article number. So yes, but yes, it could not be easily answered from the paragraph. Next case, starter. Okay, this case is from the company law. Every time we see there are questions for company law. This time also there are at least minimum two paragraphs I see from the company law. I would say this was if you have the idea of the company law, this would be easy for you. But yes, it is on a difficult side only, moderate to difficult. Okay, next question also some security. So last year also we saw the question from SEBI rules. This year also we are seeing a question from SEBI rules. So this brings us to a note that yes, for next time SEBI security laws is also important for the purpose of the CLAT entrance examination. Next is very simple. Next question is related to labor law. Yes, labor law is also a part of the syllabus of CLAT. I told you that you must have at least कुछ नहीं पढ़ो तो इंडस्ट्रियल डिस्प्यूट एक्ट पढ़ लेना. See, there is a question from industrial dispute act. Though you cannot answer questions simply from the paragraph, you must have your own knowledge of the sections and only could answer this question. So I would say it's a difficult one. Next question is an easy question. It's a contract. I would not say easy question, but question doable simply from the paragraph. So like previously, जो international law का लगता है, if you read this question patiently, can answer each and every question from the paragraph only. So this paper I would say checking your patience and your reading capacity, ability. So this is also a moderate question. One question for TPA, very unusual question was there, but yes, a doable. I had discussed in the class one case called relating to the difference between the conditional sale, sale with condition, and this mortgage by conditional sale and sale with sale for reconveyance. So these two things I discussed in the class. I also discussed the differences in the class. So this question you can also say was something which we have studied if you had attended the class properly. So I would say this question was on a difficult side. आपको नहीं पता था, but because we are discussing in class, I would say it would be easy. Another question from the industrial law. So income tax. Last year there was a case question from tax law also. This also is a covering CA question for tax law. So yeah, it was a difficult question. Was right provisions push rate, not much to know. Okay. Next, jurisprudence, very easy. Two questions you will see from jurisprudence, and both the questions are answerable from the paragraphs mentioned. So if you read the paragraph, you just see primary focus legal position. So this is the question, and from first line only you can answer this question. Okay, what is legal position is talking about? So very doable question, very easy question for jurisprudence. So easy, you could like easy cakewalk marks and 10 questions. You have answer jurisprudence or attempted jurisprudence. Okay, very easy questions I would say. Next is yes, one question we expect from family law every time, and this year also one question we expect we have. And so Muslim law, Muslim Divorce Act, Women's Rights of Divorce Act. Easy question I would say, easy to moderate because कुछ directly पूछ लिया था उन्होंने, something which कुछ like